Moving on, we have the Technology or Best Practice Adopter of the Year. To reveal the best among such lateral thinkers, we invite Dr. Amita Deshmukh from Metric Consultancy on stage.
Good evening. My name is Jagdale. I am Chief Operating Officer of Metric. Dr. Deshmukh could not make it, so I am declaring this award on our behalf. The award goes to CCI Logistics.
Moving on, we have the Truck Application Builder of the Year. We'd like to call on stage Mr. Dominic Martin, Global Marketing, Apollo Tyres Limited, and jury member of CV Awards.
The Truck Application Builder of the Year is AMW CV Application. Congratulations.
Moving on to the Bus Application Builder of the Year. To declare who is the best of them this evening, I would like to invite on stage Mr. S.P. Singh, Senior Fellow, IFTRT, and jury member of CV Awards on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. S.P. Singh.
The winner in this case is Automobile Corporation of Goa Limited.
Moving on, we have the award for Technology Demonstrator, CV Technology Demonstrator of the Year. To determine which of these products deploy technology to offer the best bang for the buck, let us call Mr. Sridhar Chari, editor, CV Magazine, on stage.
The winner is CV Technology Demonstrator of the Year, Volvo Trucks India FH520 Powertronic.
Congratulations, Volvo, and thank you, Sridhar. We're going to move on to our panel discussion, Sustainable Growth for the CV Industry. May I have the pleasure in inviting and introducing on stage our panelists. Mr. Prakash Telang, MD India Operations, Tata Motors. Mr. R. Seshasai, Executive Vice President, Ashok Leyland. Dr. Pavan Goenka, President, Automotive and Farm Equipment Sectors and President CM. Mr. Anirudh Bhuvalka, MD Asia Motorworks. Mr. Sridhar Chari, Editor, CV Magazine. Mr. Satish Sharma, Chief India Operations, Apollo Tyres. Mr. Sudhir Mehta, MD Commercial, Manforce Truck. Mr. Ashutosh Khosla, Director, Piaggio Vehicles Limited. Over to you, Sridhar.
Distinguished panel that we have out here, no introduction needed. What we're going to discuss through the panel discussion here is issues that are pertinent to the sustainable growth of the CV industry. So from that standpoint, the first question that I need to ask all of you is how do you play the game, how do you take the market forward when the end customer is so fragmented and so diverse? I mean, he's not willing to spend more than that bit which he's been spending for years and years now. How do you take the market forward?
I think that the Indian market would also start changing, so a lot of consolidation would start happening and more professional fleet operators would start to emerge at the upper end, as I see clearly the way forward, and I can see the traces of that already happening. Of course, there's a smaller end of the market, that is the half-tonners and one-tonners, etc. So that's going to be more sort of individual operators, and obviously there's no fleet there. Some of the people are going to get into this as part of business. So that being the case, it's clearly understood that those people would not be highly educated, don't have to be very knowledgeable about it. It's almost like using a mobile. When you use a mobile, there's so much technology built into that, but as a user, you don't have to know that. So as manufacturers, it's our job to make the product very simple, easy to operate, easy to own. I think that's what we would probably be doing.
Mr. Sheshashai, now that you're riding the U-Truck wave, do you think the customer is discerning enough and willing to pay that much more for a superior product?
Well, ultimately, the manufacturer has to deliver value for the money. But what certainly is happening over the years is that the customer, the operator, is looking for higher value because the realization that technology can deliver a higher value and can make more money is certainly coming in. And part of this is a process that the manufacturers have to take forward to be able to introduce new technology at cost and at a performance point where the benefit and the value will accrue to the operator relative to the cost. I think it's happening. And it's happening fairly dramatically in this industry, I think.
Mr. Mehta, now that you've had an Indo-German collaboration, things are very different in Europe and it's extremely different in India. So how do you see, from an outside perspective, you're dealing with the Germans, how do they view the Indian market? Do they see it evolving rapidly at all, or do they still see it, progressing gradually?
I think, first of all, I can give you the Indian perspective a lot better. I think the perspective of Europe as far as India is concerned is changing, and I think the understanding now very clearly is that the Indian customer is far more intelligent than what most people think. And I think our business is all about making money for the customer. And if your product makes money for the customer buys your product. It's not about technology, it's not about anything else. It's about giving a product to the customer that they can make money with it. And the other change, which is very clear also, is that India is now one of the great CV markets of the world. And the kind of growths that we will see in India probably will be much more than what you will see in the rest of the world. So correspondingly, I think the interest in India has never been higher.
So Bhuvalka, when you started out, fairly young company, and all our esteemed panelists have just spoken about value to the customer, not necessarily the price point, but the value to the customer. When you started out, you obviously had heavyweights sitting right next to you and in the market. What was the mindset with which you approached the market, considering that the market is so fragmented?
Well, clearly speaking, AMW is testament to the fact that customer value proposition does exist. And when we started out, we were advised by many at large that if you want to enter into the truck market and if you want to compete in a duopoly market, it is better to you come at a product which is priced less and a product that can deliver equal value to the customers at large. But we took a more contrarian view and we said that it's better to think ahead and bring products far ahead of time and position themselves in the market. And what we've really done over the last 5 years is to bring out a product which is a modern product at an affordable price, which actually gives a smarter value proposition, which is what everybody's talking about. So I think it's a clear fact that it does work. The customer does see value in it. And over a period of time, the industry does start graduating to better and better products.
So Kausal, as somebody who deals with the last mile customer, the really humble customer, so to speak, what is your take about this? I mean, is there really scope for so much differentiation even at that end of the market, considering the customer profile again?
Now, the consciousness in small commercial vehicle among all the players is give what the customer wants and buy a fragment of each segment from X kg to Y kg, Y to Z, below 1000 kg. And that is enhancing the return on investment what a customer is doing. And as the manufacturers are making a product closer to his needs operationally, functionally, and closer to his needs aspirationally, like being a four-wheeler Mini. And that is actually turning around the SUV industry, which is a major contributor in the overall CV industry growth.
Mr. Sharma, all the OEMs seem to be very bullish on the fact that if you provide value, the customer will buy. Is it translating into sales of more premium tires for you?
People love to call tires as commodity, and I always try and differ from that viewpoint. And in the same, in the same environment, at least our company is able to command a better margin. So it is, at the end of the day, it's the value that you provide for your product, and more so in commercial vehicle tires, where the product, wears out in 6 months flat. So it's clearly a very logical proposition.
We have strongly entrenched local players, and everybody knows who I'm talking about. How does it play? I mean, do we, in the next 10 years, see the same players dominating the same extent the market, or do we see space for newer players?
Well, clearly the Indian market, as someone said, under a duopoly market where two players have dominated the industry in the heavy commercial vehicle and two have dominated in the light commercial vehicle categories. There are a lot of new aspirants who are in this industry right now, and clearly everyone is hoping that will not continue for too long. But these two will certainly want to make sure it does continue for a long, long time. This is going to be an interesting battle as we move forward. And finally, whoever is serving the customer best in a complete, holistic manner is the one who is going to come out ahead.
I know we are absolutely short of time. The overwhelming conclusion from this panel discussion is that the manufacturers believe that though India may be not quite there, in numbers we are good, we may not aspire to be in the global market just as yet, but what we have is aspiration and innovation, something that has made the market succeed and work for a long time. So that's a very good takeaway to end the panel discussion. I guess it's back to the awards. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for your time.
Best technology, Subaru's latest and trend. Subaru's AC, है मेरा friend.